Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. This is our status hearing. I had that the children are with fictive kin in the Williamson County area. Mom hasn't done a hair strand test yet. Dads are doing okay. And that's what I have today. The children are doing well also. I think I already said that. So Miss Vanna, you may begin.
Thank you,
Ashley.
Joe. There you are. I'll call Ashley Osborne.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Miss Osborne, you're the caseworker on this case. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you on this case from the very beginning?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And when did you take over?
I believe it was the last week of March. I'm sorry, the last week of April.
Okay. Have you had the opportunity to familiarize yourself with this case?
Sorry, yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay. And you filed some service plans with the court. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you had the opportunity to go over those service plans with the parents?
Not with Melissa. She would like to speak with her attorney first. I was able to with Mr. Harper and Mr. Totfest. I've not been able to get in contact, but I have emailed and called and left voicemail so that we can go over them.
Okay. And have you provided those to the parents as well, though?
Yes.
Okay. And are you asking the court to make the service plans in order of the court?
Yes.
Okay. And do you want to amend the service plan for Mr. David I'm sorry, is it David Harper?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking the court to add drug and alcohol testing to his service plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is that due to some criminal charges or things that he had?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. Nobody's provided me any copies of any criminal charges or anything else related to drug and alcohol for Mr. Harper. I don't know anything about that, and if they're going to produce that, then they need to get copies of it and produce it.
Okay.
Well, I think she's getting ready to talk about it. So I'm
Okay.
going to the objection. Mr. Harper isn't even here today. So Miss Vanna, go on and explain to me why that's needed.
Okay. Miss Osborne, are you aware of any alcohol related charges here out of Texas?
That I was told about last week by you, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you believe that alcohol testing would be appropriate for Mr. Harper?
Yes, if those charges are true.
Okay. Okay. And has the department submitted all of those home studies that were ordered at the adversary hearing?
We have submitted a home study for the caregiver Elizabeth Gloria, which has been approved. A home study has been submitted for Joseph Kirk, and an ICPC has been submitted for Jeffrey Kirk.
Okay. And you stated, did you do a home study on a Miss Cooper, an ICPC on her?
Not at this time. Her house is on the market, so we were asked to hold that ICPC until we find out the plan for her.
Okay. And where is Miss Cooper?
She is in, I believe it's Ohio. I'm sorry, Idaho.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry to interrupt. My client says he's in the waiting room, David Harper.
Okay. And when Miss Cooper gets a new home, are you intending to do the ICPC on her as court ordered?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about visitation? How are the children visiting with the parents?
Right now, Haley is able to have two 30-minute virtual Zoom meetings with her father, Mr. Harper, and Mr. Totfest and Alex are communicating via Instagram Messenger as they are both comfortable with that communication at this time.
Okay. Is Miss Burrows visiting the children?
No, ma'am.
And what is the visitation plan for Miss Burrows?
Moving forward, I need to staff more with my supervisor to see what is the appropriate visitation schedule for that.
Okay. Are you asking? Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Anybody have any questions, Ms. Osborne?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Lang.
Ms. Osborne, I represent Mr. Topfest. I just want to check and see, I wasn't clear how you've been able to communicate with him. Have you been able to reach him by telephone yet?
I've called the home a few times, the landline, and I was able to speak with his partner, and then also I've texted him. We have had a phone conversation, and I've also emailed him.
Okay, so you feel comfortable with the level of communication? You're able to get enough information from him and share information back to him?
I would like a little bit more communication directly with Mr. Topfest.
What is your request?
If we're able to at least have every other week a phone call so that we're able to keep up on the case and just ensure that he's able to continue with his family plan of service.
Okay, and you'd like for him to initiate that call then?
Yes, ma'am, if we can.
And you did receive the hair strand test that came back. I forwarded it to all the parties.
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
receive that?
Yes, ma'am.
And would you confirm that the findings, it was Omega Laboratories out of Idaho, and the only thing positive on the test was the THC metabolite at 0.36? Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
And the cutoff limit was 0.10, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so would you agree that's a very low level of metabolite?
Yes, ma'am.
And then he had already shared that he had consumed marijuana legally in another state, and that would have shown up on this hair stand. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you also received the ETG UA, your analysis, and it was negative for alcohol, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is it possible, I understand, did you visit with Ms. Cooper any?
I've only had phone calls with Miss Cooper as she's out of state.
Okay, so if we were to look at the possibility, the kiddos are about to get out of school, and in our last hearing, we talked about perhaps letting the children go with respective family members, at least for the summertime. Is there a possibility for the department to maybe engage with a CASA, work with CASA in that region, or someone could fly up and take a look and see if it'd be possible for Alexander to go up there and visit for the summertime?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Van, do you have another witness?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Bennett, what do you need today?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to go over some of the requirements in the service plan that my client objects to.
Ms. Bennett, has she submitted a hair strand that I've ordered a couple of times?
My understanding is she has not done that yet because she doesn't have transportation.
Well, she can object to a lot of things in this plan, but I'm gonna object to her not doing, she lives in Kingsland, I think, or some, I don't know, I think it's King.
Burn it.
Well, it's, you could walk to Marble Falls to have a hair strand. So I'm not gonna be real receptive to her not liking things in her service plan, because I'm not liking that she hasn't done her hair strand that I ordered. Let me think. I started ordering a hair strand 2 months ago, 3/21/23. There you go. But okay, what does she want? What does she not want to do?
She doesn't want to take the drug test. My understanding is because she's not able to get for burn it.
That's bad.
No notice.
No. If I had a hair strand test, I could discuss that a little bit more, but I can't. I mean, I know that her boyfriend lives next door. Her husband lives across the street. There's other people that live around there. You can find a ride.
We would request that the court not have her take a psychological evaluation.
No.
We would request that she not have to submit to a drug and alcohol assessment.
Sure. No. Once again, that goes back to hair strand. No.
My client has been in counseling previously and is requesting to not have to go to counseling again.
No, this case is all kind of stuff at the beginning. It's a mess. No.
Okay, and then if she does have to do therapy, that there not be a domestic violence component. It's my understanding she hasn't ever been arrested for domestic violence issues.
No, I'm not going to agree with that.
Sorry, I'm reading my note. And she is requesting to be able to see and have contact with her children.
Well, I've already written down no visits for the mother until she submits to a hair strand per CPS and she's service plan compliant. So once that happens, you can start doing her visits. But visits can be once that happens, visits will be at CPS office supervised as agreed by CPS and the ad litem. But I don't think the kids wanted to see her. And also positive, missed, et cetera, UAs, and you go back to 3 clean consecutive UAs. So, but hold on that till Ms. Cummings has her hand raised about the visits. But I mean, no visits until hair strand service plan compliant, and then we'll see. What else, Ms. Bennett?
I think that is everything from the service plan. If I missed something, Melissa, if you can text me or you can let me know.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Bennett? Okay, Ms. Lang, what do you need?
Your Honor, I'm wondering if Miss Cooper is available. Lauren, is your mother on? Did she dial in today?
She said she was going to. Is she
Okay.
not in the room?
I don't know if she's in the waiting room, Your Honor, or not. Lauren, is this is new information to me? Is she selling her home?
Yeah, I mean, it's on the market. She was planning to move just a little closer to town.
Is she, if we were to clear the path and make everyone feel comfortable for him to come for the summer, what does that look like for him to have a stable place to stay? And you're right down the road, but he doesn't spend the night at your house. Talk to us about what that looks like.
Well, I guess it all depends if her place sold. I mean, it could sell or it could not, you know.
Has it been on the market?
A week.
I didn't hear you.
A week.
Oh, it's been on.
I'm just going to say summer visits is agreed by CPS and mid-lines.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
There was some drama in the court report about some mother saying this, some grandmother saying that, and I don't want any of that kind of drama. And I don't know who that was. Who was saying what?
It was the maternal side, Your Honor.
Okay. I just didn't want any of that. Let me add, before we get to the items, let me ask a question. Ms. Cummings, Mr. Harper was ordered to pay child support beginning 5/1. Did you get that?
Your Honor, I have not received any child support from any parents.
Okay. Well, mom's doesn't start till June 1st, so we're okay with mom.
Your Honor, I think we had an issue because he does pay child support through the AG's office and it's taken out of his check.
I ordered it twice. And if y'all didn't do it with 0 withholding order, that's not my fault. I ordered child support to cease as of 4/1/23.
Thank you.
CASA, Ms. Collins, what do you need?
Nothing other than the court report, but the kids are doing good in school. Haley is a little behind in her math and reading, and she'll probably have to go to summer school for some of that time. Alex has caught up, and he's doing really good. He's even in an honors class. He did tell me that he does want to go see his father for the summer, so that's a good thing. And other than that, they're doing great where they are, and they're happy, and they're a joy to spend time with.
Okay, what about, I meant to ask, I thought Mr. Kelpfest was alleged. What are we doing about DNA? He's not alleged?
No, Judge, he's not alleged. I just received just a couple of days ago, received the order from Idaho finally regarding the UCCJEA. There is a divorce decree with child custody and visitation in there. And so I'll be forwarding that. I think the one in Oregon for the other child as well. So there will have to be a UCCJEA conference between the courts, and I'll send that to the court.
Okay, so is he presumed or adjudicated? I didn't hear you.
I I think he is, you know what, Judge, I am not sure, but he is on the court order and he is the father.
Okay, we'll just say adjudicated because he's already paid child support, so, okay. Okay, good. Okay, well, no visits, I don't have a problem with summer visits as y'all want to work out. That sounds good. With the father, at least with Mr. Talfest. Harper, I don't know. You know, another thing about Mr. Harper, he's the one that sounded intoxicated or high or whatever when CPS called at the, you know, at the beginning to see if he could even take Haley. So that's concerning. Ms. Cummings, what do you
Your
need?
Honor, if I might, he did take hair strand tests and he did some UAs and so I just wanted to point that out.
Okay, good. Ms. Cummings, what do you need?
Your Honor, as far as visitation with the mother goes, if she does become compliant with her testing, I would just ask that the visitation be done in a therapeutic setting. The children should be starting therapy if they haven't already started. I've already received an update on that just because of the level where the kids are at and how they've been refusing. I think having a professional there to kind of help integrate the visits would be good.
Okay. So no visits till she submits a hair strand per CPS, service plan compliant, and in a therapeutic setting. ICPC on Miss Cooper in Ohio when she gets settled. Mom, Miss Burrows, if she has any missed, dilute, positive UAs, then visits would cease until there's 3 clean consecutive UAs. Summer visits as agreed by CPS and ad litems for family. Okay.
Your Honor, I had just one other quick thing to ask. I know the home studies are in the works for the Harper families. And so if we could do by agreement of CPS in the ad litems and department, should they decide they want to make a move from Haley to family.
Okay. Placement as agreed by CPS and ad litems. Ms. Cummings, what else do you need?
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay, everybody get their pens. It's a status hearing, so I'll have our court dates. Okay. Okay, lawyers, Casa, y'all need anything else?
Yes, Judge. Did the court order make the service plans in order of the court and add the drug and alcohol testing for Mr. Harper?
Service plan is the order of the court, yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Bennett?
Yes, I just wanted to clarify and get what the child support order was because I wasn't at the last hearing.
Okay, at the 4/17/23 hearing, I'm just going to read it all to you. Ms. Burrows was the hair strand by noon on 4/19/23 per CPS. She was to pay $350 per month child support beginning 6/1/23, payable to Ms. Cummings, who would forward it to placement. ICPC on relatives as requested, expedited. Natalie Bennett appointed for mom. Visits as agreed by children, CPS and ad litems. And once mom completes a hair strand, visits for dads as agreed by CPS kids and ad litems. Expedited home study on the Kirks in Spring, Texas. CPS to provide uncle in Arizona's home study to ICPC process. Mom provide hospital medical records from 3/11/20 from 3/11 and 3/12/2023. Her visit on those days to CPS by 5/1/23. Ms. Osborne, did you get those results, those records?
I have not received any medical records from Ms. Burrows.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Harper's child support was to cease as of 4/1/23. Then needs to begin paying $225 per month beginning 5/1/23, payable to Ms. Cummings, who will forward it to placement. CPS named temporary managing conservator of the children.
I believe my client is worried about paying the child support or getting behind because I don't think she's employed and she has a vehicle, but it doesn't run right now. So she has no transportation to be able to try to get to anything.
Okay, well, I'll lower her child support to $225.
Thank you, Your Honor.
For 2 kids. And Ms. Bennett, I don't have do I have her application for court appointed attorney?
Yes.
Michelle said yes.
I sent it to the judge before and she approved.
Yes.
it.
Actually, file marked 4/27/23.
Okay. Okay, our child report is reduced to $225 per month. Begin 6/1/23. Okay, parents, y'all have your service plan. You got to comply. Your parental rights could be subject to termination. So good luck to everybody. Get going your service plan. Ms. Burrows, you got to do a hair strand before anything else kicks in, especially visits. And we'll see y'all on 8/15 via Zoom.